Just listen to me very carefully, my gorgeous Libra. Please do not ignore this need for rest. You are really going to feel like maybe just a little bit drained and maybe just a little bit tired right at the beginning of this week. But these feelings which you are going to have, they will be kind of different. You know, it's a different type of tiredness. It's a different type of this draining energy which you're gonna feel, which on one hand, you're really gonna be keen and eager to find out something really, really specific. It's to do with a personal problem, which is going to be on your mind, which did kind of arise like few days prior. So this in itself is going to surprise you, that you feel so tired, you feel so drained, but then again, at the same time, you feel so keen and eager to do something about the problem that made you feel so uncomfortable within the last few days. You know, it made you feel so uncomfortable while you're kind of thinking about it, let alone like to feel like this. You know, how you're gonna feel at the beginning of this week. This is going to surprise you. But this in itself, it's also going to be your sign that you don't have to worry about that particular problem, because that particular problem, it's literally going to come to an end before the end of this week, just by itself. But what really you should be focusing on, this need to rest. I know this sounds really crazy. Let me just go to the beginning of this reading. When I said that to not ignore this need to rest, my gorgeous Libra, this is exactly what you need to do, because it's not about resting, it's not about chilling out, it's not about meditating, but it's about you relaxing yourself for just a little while. You will see and you will realize that your mind is gonna be drifting towards all sorts of directions. And most importantly, when that happens, because of this energy which is gonna kind of keep you going, because of this particular energy, my gorgeous Libra, something very important is happening here. You will not be aware of this as such, but it is a bit more than just you relaxing, because there is going to be some kind of insight which you are going to have. Listen to me very carefully. This is why all this is important. When I say that you need to have a rest, I mean go and lie down a little bit, go and chill out a little bit, whatever you need. Go and walk in the forest, you know, go and sit by the river, go and sit by the sea, or whatever you find like a relaxation. For example, whatever takes your mind away from problems and things that are gonna be on your mind, and whatever makes you feel good and makes you feel relaxed and makes you feel comfortable. So it really depends, you know, what your version of taking a break and recharging a little bit is going to be. So let's say that you feel like, oh, a little bit drained, a little bit tired, and let's say that you just go and you decide to go and lie down for like about 10 or 15 minutes. My gorgeous Libra, that's all you need. It's about this powerful energy which you are going to tap in. At the same time, you are going to have some kind of insight which is going to come to you, some kind of realization. You're really going to surprise yourself how strong you're gonna feel and how adamant you're going to feel. And this inspiration which you're gonna have, it's to do with some kind of a problem. It is not that little issue that did kind of arise just few days prior. No, baby, no. It is to do with an ongoing problem in your life that has been like kind of making you really, really restricted when it comes to things that you should give yourself to as much as you possibly can. So it's to do with an aspect, with a problem that pretty much so has been draining your energy, and it has been affecting your confidence, and it has been affecting your personal power. So what am I trying to say here, my gorgeous Libra? That you're going to have this inspiration of what to do with this ongoing problem in your life, and that's most importantly, it was affecting things in your life in such a a way where things haven't been like kind of practical for you. So now, pretty much so, when it comes to this inspiration which you're gonna have, this in itself, it's gonna be like a mind-blowing idea. And let me tell you something even more. When you have this inspiration, this idea, how to attack that particular problem, it's something that has been restricting you from you giving yourself to where you should give yourself to in terms of energy, I'm talking about, of course. So now this idea, pretty much so, in one day later, just one day later, you're really gonna feel like now it's time to take action on this particular idea. So you will know what to do with this problem. You know, this in itself, it's really gonna bring such a powerful energy into your life, such a powerful force, strength, and the way you're gonna feel creative, it's gonna be absolutely mind-blowing. All this is like kind of already gonna be guiding you and making you aware of energetically that you are doing the right thing. So let me tell you, this idea which you're gonna have, what to do with that problem, honestly, you are going to surprise yourself. What are you gonna do? And this is actually gonna be really good. So just remember that all this is gonna contribute towards you coming out of your comfort zone. So you will do something which you are really going to surprise yourself, but the outcome is gonna be literally mind-blowing. And because you have done this in as little as 15 days, within the next 15 days, 1-5, my gorgeous Libra, within the next 15 days, you are gonna become aware of this news, which is literally gonna change every single aspect of your life, because this news is gonna be pretty much so to do with an important opportunity, which is going to allow you to do exactly what you want to do, but also you are gonna be so surprised when you become aware of how you can speed up the certain aspect of your life. This is gonna blow you away, but you're absolutely going to love it. So the next 15 days, my gorgeous Libra, are gonna be absolutely crucial. Within the next 15 days, you're also gonna have an inspiration. Something is gonna inspire you. You will want to learn something you've never thought about before, and that is gonna come through somebody who is very connected to you. Somebody is going to impress you and inspire you about something what they have done, and this is going to give you an idea which you're going to be able to feel, and you will know that this is going to be imminent for you. And this is the time when your life is about to become very, very colorful indeed, because at the same time you are going to come across certain things within the next 15 days that are going to become so attractive to you, but they're going to confuse you, because you're going to be like, how did I manage to go through my whole life without even realizing how this makes me feel? Oh my God, my gorgeous Libra, there is literally so much to unpack here. Like, oh my God, lots of you, my gorgeous Libras, have been waiting for this moment in time for a while now. So this is why this is going to be so important indeed. And also, right at the beginning of this week, it's to do with this man. It's to do with this man, okay? It's to do with this man who is going to suggest something to you. And what this person is going to suggest to you, it's like, oh God, you're going to be like, oh, for goodness sake, like, no, because now I'm just going to end up with so much more to do. I'm just going to end up with so much more responsibility. I think the word responsibility is really going to put you off when it comes to this. So there is a one man here. This is a very powerful man. I like this person, somebody very smart, somebody very intelligent, somebody very clever. This man is very kind of, I don't know, this man is like really emotional, but you know, like this man is very much so wise, emotional. He's not afraid to show his emotions, but he's also very smart when it comes to making certain decisions. And this man is also done something really great in their life. And you know this. This man has got some kind of amazing achievement. And this man is ridiculously wise. And this is somebody who is indeed in your life. This man is going to suggest something so crucial to you. And what this man is going to suggest to you, just like a random conversation, you know, you're going to be talking about something completely different, and then suddenly you're going to be talking about something really specific and something very, very personal to you, and something that you don't even normally like to discuss, because every single time when you discuss something like this, you become, no baby, no, you become kind of very sensitive, and you find this like really, really challenging. You go into some kind of defensive mode, you know, and that means that it's to do with an aspect of your life that still needs some kind of a healing, but that in itself, it can only come later on. Right now, this is something which you're going to have to open yourself up to. What this man is going to suggest, it's going to be absolutely like kind of, and even if you don't talk to this man, even if you don't have a conversation with that man, through that man, maybe you will realize this. Through that man, maybe somehow you will realize this, okay? There are a couple of situations the way this can actually manifest in your life. But the bottom line is that through that man, you're going to understand that you have to do something and pay attention to something which you will see as a necessary responsibility. But then it's going to be keep on driving you crazy, because you know it's coming from somebody so smart, and you know, oh, you will know like, yeah, there is something to it, but no, it's just going to be another responsibility. I can't juggle too many things at the same time. No, baby, no. Well, sometimes, my darling, things happen and we need to respond in such a spontaneous way. And sometimes when we take so much on, it's not necessarily a bad thing whatsoever. And I know people are, oh no, under pressure, stress, this, blah, blah, blah. No, baby, no. Sometimes people are the best when it comes to people working under the stress and under some kind of a pressure. It's true, because it's very specific energy which is actually created that gets you going and keeps you going at a time when you would be running in an opposite direction. This is why you need to make the most of this. Everything is getting together. Everything is now getting together. And yes, sometimes we need to do things that don't make sense until we see the light, baby. And that's exactly what's going to happen here. So when this man suggests this to you, or when you understand this through this man, you will understand that there is a certain responsibility which you are going to kind of need to take on. But you're also going to be worried that this is a responsibility, and you're also going to be worrying that when it comes to finances, like, no, baby, no, it's not the right time. But trust me, this is gonna be rewarding. This is gonna be really rewarding, because it's a very powerful reason why all this is happening the way this is happening, my gorgeous Libra. Because not only this is gonna be extremely rewarding, but when it comes to you, you will find out something so important about yourself and about your life through this. There is so much more to actually realize when it comes to this journey, because you are on one hand gonna find out, like, for example, what do you need to nurture more when it comes to your life. You know, you will be able to see the bigger picture when it comes to all this. Something is gonna affect you, something is gonna change you, something is really gonna move you here. When it comes to all this, you will see. And that in itself is going to show you, on one hand, which part of your life you are avoiding, you should be nurturing. You know, which part of your life you should give so much of your energy to. But also, most importantly, where also do you need to set the boundaries as well? This is so important when it comes to your own intuition, but also when it comes to you realizing that, you know, when it comes to you realizing, some kind of a plan, this is all going to lead towards the plan, something that you've been planning for a while, something that you've been planning for absolute ages. This is all going to lead towards some kind of a change of plan, but not in a bad way, more about you kind of realizing exactly, like, when it comes to developing and having a clear plan, when it comes to one of the most important things in your life that you want to do and you want to achieve, this is really going to bring you to the point of your life where you are going to realize that there is so much more in terms of preparations that you should actually have until you get to the really specific point of your life. And all this is going to play a mind-blowing role, because one thing is literally going to lead towards another, my gorgeous Libra. So this is why this is indeed going to be so important. Like, oh my goodness. And also, my gorgeous Libra, when it comes to the beginning of this week as well, well, you need to understand that, it's a lot about you feeling really energized and because, waking up, because at the same time it's about this energized potential that you should not really ignore whatsoever. You should definitely go for things that are bringing this creative spark within. Absolutely brilliant indeed. By the time you get to the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Libra, something very positive is going to happen. A really positive and nice experience. You're really going to enjoy yourself, and you're going to realize that there are certain things in life that you are missing out on. But this is more in terms of like maybe socializing and in terms of like, just enjoying yourself, which is always good, of course. This is going to make you aware of like that particular balance. Maybe you have been taking things too seriously lately, and maybe you did give too much of yourself towards, maybe professional side of things, or things that have been worrying you lately. They took a lot out of you. So this positive experience is going to be important. But at the same time, when it comes to that positive experience, you're also going to have such a brilliant idea. You are going to have such a brilliant idea. And because there is something which you are going to become aware of, something you're going to become fully aware of, something really specific here as well. It's not only about fun. It's not only about socializing. It's not only about tapping into that side of thing, but it's also about you having this important idea, which is going to help you to move forward with an open mind, my gorgeous Libra, especially when it comes to the vision, how you want your own vision, how you want your life to be. This is really going to kind of reconnect you together, helps you to reconnect with yourself. But at the same time, just remember, positive experience, you're going to enjoy yourself, but you are going to have an idea which is really going to help you to move forward with an open mind when it comes to your vision, how you want your life to be. This is gonna, listen, this idea is gonna make you feel so happy while you're thinking about it, because just remember, you are already gonna feel like the certain aspects of your life which you are not aware of, like that are manifested, but you're just gonna feel like something is happening here, and that in itself is once again gonna be your guiding light, because you will, like I said, gonna connect to yourself, and that in itself means that you just have to, this particular dream of yours is most certainly, this vision, this dream is going to be highlighted. So now it's time to follow your heart, my gorgeous Libra, because you will realize that you are gonna pretty much, so you're gonna find yourself at the beginning of a very special project here, and this project is probably gonna be one of the most powerful projects, one of the most important projects which you've had for a very long time. You will realize that you are about to start something new. You're gonna love this so much, but at the same time you're also gonna start feeling really adventurous. And when I say that that now it's time to start something new. Just remember that the timing is really, really critical. Timing is really critical at this stage of your life, and you need to do something about it now. While by you doing something about it almost immediately, you are also going to benefit from yourself being unrestricted at this stage of your life, and things are going to accelerate and develop much faster than you can actually possibly imagine. So this is why this is also going to be so important indeed. And you also, my gorgeous Libra, for the love of God, please do not forget to keep on taking organic moringa powder. Please keep on taking organic moringa powder. And I know that this may sound so boring to some of you, and I completely understand, because I get these messages all the time. Oh my God, why are you telling me this? Because I do this myself. I've been taking nutrition like since I know myself, really, and I know what nutrition can do to people. I know how important it is to pay attention to nutrition at a time when we've been poisoned by everywhere. I shouldn't be talking about this. No, 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 baby, no. But, you know, whatever. You see what I mean? We are like, we are being poisoned everywhere. Whether you know this or not, you know, it depends at what stage of your spiritual journey you are. But this is why we just have to keep on like working for ourselves, and we have to keep on giving things to ourselves, like organic moringa powder, which is one of the most nutritious things you can get in this world. And it's to do with the moringa leaves, okay? They are so highly nutritious, like it's completely out of this world. Full of nutrition. And this in itself, it's in return going to re-energize you, and it's going to give to your body to what your body exactly needs. And I know, my gorgeous Libra, if you take moringa powder with a little bit of water, you know, at least 3 times a week, you will be able to notice the difference. And this is going to be keeping you going. And you will notice how much energy you have with certain things, and how longer you are able to do certain things, much longer than normally you do. Do you know what I mean? So this is why organic moringa powder I really highly suggest you, because I also see that nutrition wise, something which you are going to benefit from like there is no tomorrow. But I also know that you are going to feel maybe a little bit drained and a little bit tired throughout this week, only because mentally there is a lot which is going to be going on, you know, indeed. So this is why organic moringa powder is just so important. By the time you get to the last part of this week, my gorgeous Libra, you are gonna feel, my God, you're gonna need to go somewhere, and then you are, not that you're gonna need to go somewhere, but you will become aware of the fact that, okay, something unexpected is really gonna take place. Something completely unexpected is going to happen at around the end of the week. Something really unexpected, something is going to surprise you. It's to do with a certain news, certain information. And this is really going to give you such a great sense of urgency. Something is going to give you that sense of urgency, and you will realize that you are gonna need to make a certain decision. Now, when it comes to that certain decision, something is gonna be keep on putting you off. So you are going to be the reason why, because you're going to need to do something that you don't want to do. Maybe it's to do with some kind of competition. Maybe it's to do with you needing to go somewhere and talk to certain people, and you're going to be like, no, but you just have to do this. This is the part of the progress. Do not hold yourself back. Do not hold yourself back. Just remember that sometimes we have to do something that we don't want to do. And that's life. You know, sometimes we have to do with what we don't want to do, what we don't feel like doing. And this is indeed going to be one of those situations. And the reason why are you actually going to feel like this, the reason why, something is just going to be keep on putting you off. You know, so it's either to talk to the certain people, or it's going to be some kind of competition. But whatever this is something very important is going to happen when you go there. Something very important when you tap into this, because you will somehow you're going to become aware of the specific news that you would never find out otherwise. And this specific news is going to blow you away. It's gonna blow you away. The specific news, it's gonna blow you away because you will realize that on number one, something that broke your heart a while ago, within the last 3 years or so, something really bad happened, some kind of a negative change in circumstances, and something broke your heart. Something, oh my God, broke your heart. And that was going on for the last 3 years, believe me or not. Only now it's going to become evident how much something actually affected you. Just remember that you will be put off from going somewhere where you need to go when you become aware of this. But what is going to happen there, it's going to be like a miracle, honestly. It's going to be like magical. That's how I can describe this. A really massive surprise, the way things are actually going to happen and the way things are going to unfold. And sometimes we can even feel like, oh my God, it's going to be so bad. It's going to be so negative. Oh no, I don't want to go. Sometimes we can feel like so heavy, like no baby, no. And we can still get there. And we are completely blown away the way things are actually going to happen. So it's going to be one of those situations, okay? But it's about this information which you're going to have, which is like brilliant. This information, my gorgeous Libra, where you're going to be reminded of what happened 3 years ago, how your heart was broken, and now you will know that the end is like near. Something has come to an end. And that in itself, everything is going to start making sense after this moment in time. Everything is going to start making sense. You will be able to connect the dots. You never even were able to kind of realize that they were there, let alone to connect them the way you're going to connect them. This is brilliant. Do you understand what I mean? So now you're going to, because otherwise you would never realize this. And now also, when it comes to this particular thing or event or wherever you're going to need to go, it's not only about this, but you're also going to become aware of like a variety of options here, variety of important options that are, each one of them are gonna be like the light at the end of the tunnel in itself. This is mind-blowing, because when it comes to that variety of options that you're gonna find out, you know, my gorgeous Libra, this is something which is gonna mean to you so much. This is something which is gonna make you feel alive again. This is something which is gonna start changing everything for you. You will see, because you are going to become so happy. You are going to become so excited. You're going to become so optimistic. And in terms of spirituality, you're also going to do something which you haven't done in a very long time. So this in itself is going to be a powerful sign and an indication that you are on the right path and you are doing the right thing. And of course, when it comes to this variety of options which you are going to become aware of, important thing to mention is to not to get too confused about these options. What you need to understand is to just keep on sticking to the plan, sticking to the plan and sticking to the plan. And do not forget that, my gorgeous Libra, whatsoever. Okay, my gorgeous Libra, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.